I set out on a narrow way many years ago, hoping I would find true love along the broken road.
Hi.
Hi.
We're
We
back.
are here for our auction number 2 of some more jewelry pieces. Want to thank everybody who participated last week and passed the word along and purchased some items. And yeah, we're gonna continue to do this this way. We like the fact that it doesn't take up that much time of ours or yours, and gives more people a chance to look at the items. But we hope you will continue to follow along and let us know any way you think we can improve it, or if you need some more information about a piece, just let us know. We'll be happy to help.
And
So
we'll be doing it the same way we did the last one. We'll go through each item one at a time and read off descriptions of them. And once it's all done, I'll be putting comments up there, numbered 1 through, we got 15 items this time? 15 items this time, 1 through 15. And if you want to bid, just reply to the item number comment, I guess.
yeah.
Just reply to the comment that says item number, well, whatever. And that will be where you bid.
Yeah, and also do the same thing I did last time, which is if you spend $25 total amongst any number of pieces, you'll get 2 bonus pieces of jewelry of my selection. And if you spend $50, you'll get 4 pieces extra, and you'll also get a little bonus item. So
you ready to get started?
Ready to go.
Okay, let's go to the first item.
These are Sarah Coventry earrings, you can see. And I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather, so my head's not working that fabulous. But Sarah Coventry went out of business back in the 90s, so these are considered vintage. They were established in 1949, and so these would be eligible to be listed on Etsy. They also, depending on their maker's mark,
that one right there.
That one right there. It helps you to know what time period they were, because they use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different marks in their history. And the Sarah Cov, C-O-V, that we see there, was first used in 1953. It's one of the first marks that they used. And they were sold to a bunch of different companies, and when they sold to another company, they'd come out with another marking on it. And you've got the measurements and stuff on there, right?
Yeah, it was on the very first one.
Okay. And this is a Pheasant Road Runner Peacock. We were debating. If you look it up, it's listed as several items. It's as a pheasant, it's a road runner, it's a peacock, depending on who you look up. It's listed as all 3. And this is a Gerry's. It was founded by Geraldine Giles in 1950. It went out of business in 1996. And Gerry's was famous for its theme brooches, sports series, tennis, bowling, but the sports theme brooches are rare. If you find those, they're rare. And
the mark on this one was real hard to get a picture of, because it was kind of, as you can see, it wasn't real clear.
So
but it is Gerry's.
Yeah, and it measures 2 1/4 inches, which I think you said on the front of that. And this is a cat, also Gerry's. And I've seen this with different color bows and different eyes. This has green rhinestone or crystal eyes and a red bow. And as I said, Gerry's was in business to 1950 to 1996. Now I don't know. This one is an original with the red bow and the green eyes. I don't know if the ones I've seen that have different colors have been worked on or not, but this one I found it, and this is the original one.
And this one, the clip covers up part of the maker's mark on it. So when we get to that, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can see the Gerry's. You can see it start there, then it goes underneath the base of that clip, and then it comes out the other side.
Yeah, the pin part covers it up.
Yeah.
This one, I could find no information. It's Tacoa, T-A-C-O-A, and for some reason, I remember wearing Tacoa jewelry back when I worked in the 70s and 80s, but I could find nothing on Tacoa, and I looked and looked and looked. It is a brand new piece. It still has the tag on it, and it measures 36 inches long. And I tried to find the type of chain, because it's two different types of chain, and I couldn't find what that was called either. But it's a very nice gold tone chain. Like I say, it's 36 inches long, so it's coming back into that long necklace style that we, you know, if you keep on to it long enough, it'll come back around again. Yeah. And this was another one. I thought this was a really pretty ring. It's set in gold tone. It's a pink plastic stone, but it looks, I thought it was a stone. And it has the fall pearl with the gold filigree work. It is a size 10, and it is marked NRQ.
Yeah.
And I could find nothing on that maker at all. I looked and looked. Couldn't find anything, but it is a very pretty ring.
That's the back of it. And then the marking is right there.
Yeah. And if any of you know anything about any of these markings that I couldn't find anything about, I'd appreciate, you know, you letting me know, because I do kind of keep a little
Booklet.
yeah, like an inventory, a Word document with history of companies and things like that on my own. And of course, I have a ton of reference books too that I try to keep track of who's who and what's what. These are Emmons, and they were in business from 1948 till 1984. And they were the forerunner of Sarah Coventry. Emmons was only sold at home parties. And in the 50s, they started carrying Sarah Coventry jewelry, but the parties were booked under the Emmons name, I'm sorry. But they filed bankruptcy in 1981, and the company was finally sold in 1984. It's not really easy to find this brand, but it's a good quality costume brand to find. They're well made. And this is a Jingle PIN, and this is another one. This is JJ, and this comes in 3 variations. This is the silvertone. And the candy cane for the J is red striped, and the holly is green. It comes in a gold tone that is also just like this, except it's gold. And then it comes in a pewter one. The pewter is all silver with no color to it at all. It measures 2.5 by 1, and JJ is short for Jonette Jewelry, and sorry.
Mhm.
It went out of business in 1986. And it started making the JJ mark on it in 1970. Before that, it had a lot of different marks on it for the different companies it went through and people who came through and did the designs and changed them, whatever. This is an interesting piece.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything out about it. I think it's vintage. It is marked Spain, and there is a clasp, but it doesn't have the circle closure, so I think that's a vintage. And if you also notice, the pen extends way beyond the body of the dragon. So it's made me wonder if it's not actually something else, maybe a tie clasp, or I just can't imagine why the pen would extend out that far. But it's really, really pretty pen, really interesting. Yeah, they're made in Spain. And I haven't, besides this piece, I haven't run across any costume jewelry that was made in Spain. So, like I say, it's just a nice piece. I love this piece. I actually have this in my own collection. It's a Danecraft Fair Brooch. And they opened in 1934. And they are still making jewelry to this day. They are known for their humorous and fun decorations, kittens, dogs, miniature men, amazing flowers, gardens, fairy and household plots. They have used lots of different marks, up to 8 that I found through the years.
We have our timing so good. We always seem to do it just before the hour.
Yeah, so this is from Danecraft, and the Ferris wheel does spin. There's another model of this one too that actually has color. I have seen it one time, and I still, their Danecraft to me looks like Dorocraft, but it is Danecraft.
You can barely see the down of the M there right after the A. I mean, that's...
No.
Anyway, go on to the next one.
Yeah, and this is a nativity scene from JJ, which we had already talked about. Was Jent Jewelry Company. They started marking the jewelry in 1970 with the JJ mark. It went through many things. It was Lister and Lister, and then it was named after the Lister brothers' parents, who were John and Etta, so it became Janetta, and then it just became JJ. They also own the Artifacts mark, which I've never seen, and a pewter line of animals that are marked Santa Fe that they still make. But this, I think this is a really pretty nativity pin. Simple, but pretty. And this is signed on the back by Marjolein Bastin. She is an artist from the Netherlands, and a Hallmark designer was over there and discovered her work and thought it would be perfect for the Hallmark company. So they have signed her on to do stationery, greeting cards, home decor items, just a lot of things for Hallmark. This one has the 3 pewter dangles that depict a holly leaf, a pine cone, and a cardinal bird. It measures 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. That's not including the dangles. And I think this is very unusual, very nice pin. I like this. It's not something you see all the time. I really like it. And then here's another JJ piece. It's a snow-covered house in gold tone. And I didn't do a measurement on this one.
Measurement on it. Oh, I see that now.
Yeah, it's about 1 1/2, I'd say. What do you say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, it's about 1 1/2 inches. Real bright, shiny. Of course, all the jewelry is well maintained, no chipping paint, all the clasp and fastening to work well. So this is a pine branch with pine cones and a gold bow by Gerry's, which they were in business from 1950 to 1996. Now, I've seen this also in, I've seen it with a red bow, and even though this looks like silver, it's actually, it's gold. It's just the way the light hit it. But I have seen it with the silver bowl too, so I have seen it in like 3 different varieties. And you
You have the
know,
measurement on this one?
if you want to know the measurement, just let me know. I'm sorry, like I said, I kind of been a little bit under the weather and just
They're all
been,
a similar size. There's not.
it's about 1 1/2 or 2 inches.
Yeah.
It's not big. Okay, this is a set. It's coral earrings. Excuse me. And necklace. It's very dainty. It would look nice on a petite lady or even a preteen, something like that. It doesn't have any maker's mark on it. They are still new on the card. The earrings are hypoallergenic, and the chain measures 18 inches long on the necklace. So, yeah. And this is an Jent, which this may be the only piece of this brand I've ever found. I didn't measure it again. Pink flower with a ladybug, and it's in goldtone. Goldtone. Jent stands for MJ Enterprises, and it was established in 1977, and they are still making jewelry present day, and they're located in Cranston, Rhode Island. They're owned by George Sadue, S-A-D-U-E. But yeah, that's about a 2-inch piece.
Yeah, about
2 inches. Yeah.
that's the
So
last one.
that's the last one. So again, yeah, I'm sorry I was kind of under it today, but if you have any questions, just ask. We'll be happy to answer. They all start at $5 with free shipping. If I don't know what he's doing.
They can't see what I'm doing.
Well, I know, but I can. If you spend $25, you'll get 2 bonus pieces of my choosing. If you spend $50, you'll get 4 bonus pieces. And also another little gift of my choosing. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you saw something you liked, and we will be talking. I said we'll be talking.
We'll be talking.
Yeah,
We won't hear what they say, but they'll hear what we say.
Yeah, we'll see how this one goes, and like I say, until it's not going at all, then we will try to keep getting some of my surplus jewelry. And those of you who bought jewelry last week, your packages will go out in tomorrow's mail. So again, thank you very much for watching, and have a good week, and don't get so busy making a living
that you forget to make a life.
Yeah, and be kind to everyone this week. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta get the mouse over there.
That God bless the broken road that led me straight to you.